So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it's that time again. It's time for the weekly movie and pop culture hunt. Let's get out into some stores. Probably going at least one Walmart. Probably going Barnes & Noble. I don't know if I'm going to go in Target, but you'll see. I'll go ahead. I'm recording this now, and then I'm going to go ahead and record the footage when I'm out and about. And then, so let's see what we go out and find, and then come back to them. We'll look online, and then I'll close out the video. So what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Let me talk to you.
So the first store we're going to head in during this hunt is going to be a Walmart. Don't forget to follow me on social media, JeffMan316. So let's get into the store. Open sesame. So we're heading back to the movie section first. Wasn't anybody back here. They do have Paddington and Peru. I haven't seen that. I've gotten the other ones. I think I ended up getting the other ones at the Dollar Tree or somewhere cheap. No, it was Dollar General. There's Last Breath. I want that, but I probably want it on Blu-ray. They still got Sonic. Remember, there is no Blu-ray only release of that. Mufasa. I think this came out this week. The Unbreakable Boy. I remember seeing him, was it Zachary Levi, doing interviews about that movie, how poor the performance it did. And it was sad for him. There's the ape versus Mecha Ape. Not a lot else. It's Tulsa King down there. What's around the corner? So they put Den of Thieves at the top here. Love Hurts. They actually did restock Nosferatu 4K with a slip, so if you missed out on that, there's Baby Girl, Venom, Alien Romulus, nothing new. Over here in the TV section, I always keep seeing this. It's 4 Doctors, 10 seasons, 3 packs, $39. Not bad. Too bad it's DVD. I like Doctor Who, but I like the older Doctor. What's your favorite Doctor of all the Doctors? Doctor. Buck Rogers, Space 1999. Yeah, that's DVD. $40. We got spider wraps and cases on almost everything. Blue Bloods, Highway to Heaven. I got a flea market video I need to post. I got something Highway to Heaven. I'll show you guys. Do you guys like flea market videos? Over here they got Deadwood. They got the South Park sets, Breaking Bad, Major Crimes. Is that Jack Ryan? That's short case. I thought that might have been Blu-ray there for a second. Little House on the Prairie. $50 for that whole big collection seems like a pretty decent deal. It looks like they got some of this stuff clearancing over here in the now trending section. Got that skateboard. I should get that like I Care hat.
Yeah.
If that was $5 maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to scan it. So all that stuff is clearance to Strawberry Shortcake. Over here in this little mixed section, got some anime. The Comeback Trail. I think this is new this week. The Cleaner. Daisy Ridley. It says and Clive Owen. Yeah, I bet he's in it a long time. Is he the villain? Now this I recommend, Bloody Axe Wound. That's a really good movie. That's a Shudder movie. That damn thing needs a Blu-ray release. I guarantee you Vinegar Syndrome will release one later.
Yes.
And then we got Star Trek Sector 31. Some people that I trust that like Star Trek says that's not very good. So this looks pretty neat. Rick and Morty the anime. I'm pretty sure that I saw online that there's a Blu-ray of that. So I'd skip the DVD. And then what else is here? Same stuff as normal. There was somebody coming up beside me that works here, so I had to stop recording. I apologize. Beauty and the Beast randomly over here. I did a review of that St. Patrick's Day Massacre. Armor still 15. Sleep. I never saw that movie Sleep. Is it any good? Oh look, my first coloring book. Potty time with Bean. What in the hell is that doing over here? Let's see what they got over here. Some anime. That Reagan is 15 in here. I really want to see that movie. The same stuff as always. I don't really see anything new. I'm going to give it a quick glance for you guys to look. Got some Pokemon. Got some Afro Samurai. Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, this is the same shit's always in here. If you see anything new, let me know. I want to come back up in here next week. I'll check it out. So over here, do they have any of this stuff clearanced? Looks like they do have a little bit. Some of those skateboard things, $10. Any of you guys into that? So that was $10. The Bloody Disgusting section's about gone. That Nook thing is $10. So yeah, check your stores because this one is about done. They got those metal posters there for $10. That's a good deal. And yeah, the Chucky stuff is about the only thing they got in here is worthwhile. So there's over here on the side beside this stuff is where they still have the glow covers. I figured I'd just give you a quick glance. If you haven't been watching the channel, they've got a section that's got glow covers and quote covers. I don't think I see anything that I haven't seen before. Buck Rogers, Dune, Jaws I picked up last week. You can watch that haul video to see that closer. And then up beside the video games is where they actually still do have a Steelbook section. So let's see if they... Looks like they stocked some new stuff. It's cool. So for $29.96 you can get Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry Steelbook. So it looks like that's the only one of those they got. They didn't get the other two. With the other two, Pale Rider and Outlaw Josie Wales. And then they've got Detective Pikachu. And I'm pretty sure I've got that on a Steelbook already. I got it at Best Buy. So, and then they stock Twister, the original one. It's kind of neat for $29.96. And they still got Tommy Boy for $24. Renfield, Evil Dead, World War Z. Lots of Scream Factory Steelbooks. So I'm glad this store still has a Steelbook section. And there's the $5 bin. Look, you can get Saw, A Season of the Twilight Zone, the Jordan Peele produced version. Pain and Gain with a slipcover. Got that Looney Tunes double pack, and there's a Looney Tunes triple pack. Those are individual discs, so I recommend that. Daniel, Turbo. Got some family stuff up in here. Jesus Revolution. Got a 3-pack there. Jumanji. I always find some decent stuff if you're still into DVDs. Silent Night. That Finest Kind. I think that was only available on DVD. So, Cat in the Hat. What do you guys think of that? No, I rhymed. Oh! Over here, let's see what they got. Got some Ultraman. Spawn. Got some clearance Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And got some, there's some more clearance. Is that really clearance? 35? What are these? They got these for $5. There should be 4 different ones of those, right? To make the set. Yeah, it should be 4 in that set. I'll look and see if they got all 4 of them. I don't know that even at $5 if I'd buy that. But let's see. So yeah, I looked through them. So there's the first one. That comes with the Build-A-Figure head. There's the second one, Shank. Here's the third one, Hera with the body. And then here's the fourth one with the arms, Wolf. So I'm still not going to buy those, but I thought I'd show them to you. So look for clearance stuff in that little section. And then in the main toy aisle, I was able to find these new Marvel figures. Adam Warlock. Giant size X-Men Banshee. You're going to hear somebody in the background talking. It was a dude that came up beside me and said something. Ultimate Iron Man. That's kind of neat. And in the wrestling section, they did stock some of these Monday Night Wars. There's Shawn Michaels. That's just a repackage of an old figure. A lot of these are. And you can build NWO Vincent. They got that Triple H for sure was a repack of an Attitude Era figure. So they're getting lazy now, man. They're just doing repacks of stuff. Don't really see it. There's Bam Bam Bigelow from that set. So it looks like what, Eddie Guerrero's the only one missing. I don't see him. Eddie I would buy. I don't really need the set. Got LA Knight back there.
Yeah.
There's a new AJ Styles. That's like from his return. There's Ciampa. Did you guys see where he had to shave his beard because he cut his chin? I think these 2-packs, these have already been out, right? Yeah, that's the Netflix ones. Look, they got the Final Boss Ultimate. I know a lot of people looking for him. Got several of those. Oh, look, and they got Muda. I think that's the regular one. That's not the Chase one. Bret Hart, Solo Sikoa. I'm knocking shit over. Oh! Damian Priest with Send Your Own Money in the Bank case. So there's some new ones of those, but we're going into the land of the big red balls. The damn door's blocked. So let's get into Target. See if we can find anything. Does this work? Yep. So let's stroll down here. Do you guys even go in Target anymore? The only time I go in here is to look for NECA figures or wrestling figures. That's all I come in here for. They don't even have any DC right now, I guess, until they the new licensing starts with that. Doesn't look like they got a lot in here. They got the Netflix stuff. There's your Logan Paul. There's your CM Punk with the go to sleep pose. And they do have Stone Cold back there with the igloo cooler. I think this is a fairly sought after figure. Julia Hart. The Hardy Boys are in that set. And there's the guns. I'll show you these and I'll hang them back up. So we got both of those with the tag belts. And then they got Orange Cassidy, which I'm not a huge fan of his, but comes with the backpack and the belt. So the other ones that are missing are the Hardy Boys, so then they would have the whole set. And yes, I will hang those back up. Got a little Motu action here. Godzilla X Kong. Does this fart? Oh man, that's so disappointing. Yeah, I'll throw a fart sound in here just so you can get one. This section is about half empty. Damn, man. Do you think the tariffs are going to affect toys? We don't make any toys in America, do we? Maybe a lot of them will come from Mexico, and the tariff won't make the price go up too much. Very few X-Men figures. Did anybody see Thunderbolts? I'm holding off on seeing that right now. I do know what the post-credit scene is, and that's kind of cool. But these minis, does anybody waste any money on this shit? It looks like it just piles up. Let's just go back here and see. I don't see anything new NECA-wise, but sometimes if you dig, you might find a buried treasure. You got that Universal Monsters Turtles pack. That's kind of neat. Not for me, though. What are these? Sesame Street blind box minis? Who's in there? Oh, that's cool. It's got the Yip Yip Martians. I like that. You guys know I love that clip.
Yep.
I'm going to price that. I just want to see how much those damn things are. If it's like $8, I might get one. and then we'll open it on the channel. Well, they got some new DC stuff over here. Well, new to me. I haven't seen this. That's pretty neat. I like the look of that one. Godzilla. Mecha Godzilla. Pops, not seeing too much. The Leader. That's a weak ass figure there, man.
Oh, it's like that, huh?
Got a Red Hulk there. So yeah, let's price this bad boy. How much is it? That's not even the right one. It says peanuts, but if it's 15 bucks, you can have that shit. No way.
That price is too high.
What about the price of this? So that AEW figure is $19.99. So, all right. Well, we're gonna go into Barnes and Noble. I'm probably not gonna go into another Walmart, so this might be the last stop on this hunt. So let's get in here and see what they got. They got the weak ass 50% off stuff, or $5 stuff. Sorry, it doesn't look like they stocked anything new, so I'm not gonna bore you with that shit. Anything new over here? So it looks like they still have 50% off of the Shudder, AMC, Acorn stuff. It's not looking like they got a lot of new stuff in here either, but I just like to remind you guys about the sales. So head to your store and see if you can find something new. Mine didn't stock anything right here new. They do have this anime section over here. So I don't collect anime, but I'll give it a once over. And you guys can see if in case there's anything you guys like. Castlevania Nocturne. That was a Netflix series, right? That Akira you can get at most Walmarts for $25, and I think on Amazon too. So quite a few Steelbooks, 20% off. Is that anime? I don't know if I consider all this stuff anime. So put some comments down below any of this anime that's any good. And should I be looking out for it? But let's go around the corner over here. Past the vinyl. Look, the TCM collection is empty. This store sucks. This is the little mini TV section over here. Funny Woman. I'll just barely glance through it. I'm not going to waste your time. See if they got anything new. Chicago PD is a pretty decent show. Daryl Dixon. Doctor Who. That Don Knotts collection. I think that's very underrated when Don Knotts is in movies with Tim Conway. What do you guys think? Jane Seymour. I always liked her. Not really seeing much. Schitt's Creek. That'll be in here forever. Star Trek stuff. Superman. What is that? That's an old ass season of The Next Generation. Damn. How'd that randomly get in here?
Engage.
There's the children's stuff or the family stuff. I'm not going to look through that right now. And then the Criterion, which is that section, which is basically gone. And now the A24 is spilling over into it. They've got all the recent releases in here. Even got books, script books, Midsommar. Around the corner, a random Arrow title, The Substance. They still got a Steelbook of Terrifier 3 if you missed that. And let's glance through the main section, see if we found anything new. They restocked The Abyss if you're looking for that. And Aliens. It's good to see that in brick and mortar stores. Amadeus with the slipcover is only 20% off. Cruising, 20% off. That's that shitty Crow. That's not the other Crow. Constantine. So I'm telling you, Barnes & Noble might be on the shot to get some movies still with slipcovers. They still CDs and audiobooks or audio CDs of books. Chinatown with a slipcover, 30% off. That's a pretty good deal. The sale, did you guys remember what I said, that you can get the replacement disc now? Career Opportunities, I ended up getting that last week. It's good to see that stocked. So it'd be like right at $30. Hey, Foul Play, that came out as well. So it's good to see the 4K of that. And then the Friday the 13th movies, I know everybody's getting their new copies of Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell. Did you guys order those? Yeah, they'll probably get those in Barnes & Noble, don't you think? If you see anything that I'm missing, put it in the comments down below. If you'd like for me to check a price or just show it next week. I think The Lady Killers is a very underrated movie. I don't think a lot of people talk about that. Let It Ride, same thing, but I don't think that's 50% off anymore. I should try to buy one of those movies 50% off and see if they match the sticker. And if they don't, start a stink. The Ring, Red Eye. There's Pulp Fiction with a slip cover. So that's kind of cool. So I guarantee if you order some of these movies online, you won't always get a slip cover. So at least if you come in here, brick and mortar stores, you can get you some slips like that. Once Upon a Time in the West, probably wouldn't get a slip cover by now if you ordered it on Amazon. Nightmare on Elm Street there. And Terminator. See, they got all the Warner Brothers titles in here with slip covers. So that's good to see. Tommy Boy down there. Torso, another Arrow 4K release. That's 40% off. Huh. What if that sticker's still good? They restocked True Lies. Twisters. And Twister. NEM, it's a Twister. It's a Twister. Remember, what movie was that from? Put in the comments down below. I'm not putting a clip in it. I'll just say it. So, I'm not really seeing much else here. If you guys saw anything, I always tell you. I'm going to look that up. So just so you know, I did look it up and it's only 20% off. So it would be $12 off. So that's pretty expensive. So I'm not finding much else in here. I don't think they stocked a lot of the new stuff. So let's look online and then get home and close out the video. So what's up? Let's get online and let's see what we could have found if the stores actually stocked everything. So we got Honora 4K Digipack. That's Criterion. I was actually surprised that my Barnes & Noble didn't have that because they did get the last Criterion, even though the Criterion section is totally gone. But maybe they're about a week behind like they are on some other stuff. So let's see. We'll look next week. So we got the Dirty Harry, Outlaw Josie Wales, and Pale Rider 4K Steelbooks. Those are cool. We finally got Time Cop on 4K. I've been waiting for that one. It seems like I heard about that a long time ago and it just hadn't come out. So then we've got the Beyond 4K. Did any of you guys get the order in early enough to get the eyeball? That's kind of cheesy gimmick, but either way. So then we got Stripes coming on 4K Steelbook. Previously, Stripes, I think, was only available in one of those Columbia Classic sets. You got Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, just the standard 4K. You got Drop Zone 4K Media Book. I think that's one of those cinematographs that releases, right? It's a weird choice. You got Murder Rock on 4K. You got Outlaw Josie Wales and Pale Rider there, the regular 4K releases. Devil Fetus and Her Vengeance. I've never heard of those. That cover looks kind of unique, eh? The Nesting in 4K. You got Gandhi 4K Steelbook. Once again, that's one of the ones from the rare Columbia Classics Volume 1 set. So that's good that they're giving people another option for that. Devil Doll and the Curse of the Voodoo. We got Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead 4K from Kino. We got Full Metal Jacket 4K Steelbook. We got Cannibal Girls. We've got The Informant, Matt Damon movie in 4K. We got Short Night of Glass Dolls 4K. I like that cover artwork there. You got Up 4K. The V Cinema presents Bullets and Betrayal. That's an Arrow release. Belly of the Architect. I don't know what that is. I haven't clicked on that to check. The Good German in 4K. That's a pretty decent movie. I don't think I need to upgrade that. Motorcycle 4K. Look at that cover. I don't know what most of these other ones are. But Wacky Races, I've got that on DVD. If anybody buys that, let me know if the Blu-ray is an actual good upgrade or not. Last Tango in Paris 4K. That's from Vinegar Syndrome. So is it Igor or Igor in the Lunatics? Clean and Sober, Michael Keaton movie, finally coming to Blu-ray, part of the Warner Archive. And so is Side Street, Prince of Broadway. I don't know what that is. Birth, Rebirth, Cries and Shadows. Star Trek Section 31. I haven't seen, but a lot of people told me it's not very good. If you like Star Trek, it's just not good. So let me know in the comments down below before I investigate, maybe waste time watching that. Paddington in Peru. We saw that in Walmart. 38 special. We actually saw that Pokemon New Detective Pikachu Steelbook in Walmart. They got a Nora, the regular Blu-ray. Springfield Rifle. Severance. That's a pretty good movie. I like that. Heavier Trip, man. I don't know what that is, but that cover looks kind of cool and unique. 3 the Hard Way. Jim Brown, Fred Williamson, and Jim Kelly. From Warner Archive. Girl with a Suitcase. Last Breath I'm interested in seeing. I haven't gotten it yet. I'll just go ahead and spoil that part of the hunt. I might buy that. If anybody's seen it, put in the comments down below. The Oldest Professor. Spoonful of Sugar is pretty good. That's a Shudder movie I've seen. The Pickup. I don't know what that Career Bed is. There's the plain 4K Steelbook. I've ordered that. I'll just go ahead and spoil that. I've ordered it, and it's taken a while to come from Amazon. So we'll see when I get that. The Adventurers, Posse, Sword in the Claw, Cannibal Orgy, and the Films of... I don't know what that is. I'm not going to even click on it. Let me know in the comments down below. You'll Fall in Love with Lily. Swept Away. I almost thought that was one of the Kino classic titles. There is a lot of old catalog shit coming out, man. America Expendables. The Visitor. Mayfair Witches Season 2. I never got into that. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. The Bermuda Triangle. There's the Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead Blu-ray. Rick and Morty the anime. We did see the DVD of that in Walmart. Let's skip some of this. Night Train Murders 4K. Damn, it's a lot of releases. Anything any good in this line? I don't know. The Dish and the Spoon starring Greta Gerwig. She's the director of Barbie. She was also in House of the Devil. Who Killed Teddy Bear? That's the standard 4K release. I've already got that as part of the cinematograph, if that's how you pronounce that line. There's Motorcycle Blu-ray, Good German Blu-ray. Late Checkout. Damn, I feel like that's spoiling some stuff for people. I'm not going to tell you what that's from, but watch one of my other videos right before this and you'll see. Invasion. There's the Beyond 4K. Cannibal Comedian. Anybody seen that yet? Inflatable Sex Doll of the Wastelands. I don't even want to know. Looky Lou. Fatal Beauty. Never been a fan of most of Whoopi Goldberg's movies that she wasn't a part of, like an ensemble. And I think that's about it. Step Ahead, Look, Mutant Aliens by Bill Plimpton. But there is a shit ton of catalog stuff. And Steelbooks, and Vinegar Syndrome, and horror, and 4K Steelbooks from Clint Eastwood. Damn, it's a lot of stuff this week. This is a huge release week as far as catalog stuff, and most of it you'll probably have to get online because we didn't see a lot of this in stores. So I'm out of breath. It's a good thing. So let's get home. Let's close out the video. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316, as it says on the sign there, because JeffMan316 Live is where you and I, all of you out there, we join together, usually Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. We watch along to a movie, talk about pop culture, talk about physical media, anything that you guys want to talk about, sometimes even wrestling. But yeah, we went out, we found a few action figures, saw some anyway. I didn't really buy anything in the stores. Still looking for the haul-a-thon figures, I guess mine's never going to get it. It was supposed to be basically from the end of April all the way through May. I'm looking for the Curse of Michael Myers Halloween figure. If anybody's out there willing to help me get one of those, I would appreciate it. I've been to 2 stores about 35-40 minutes apart in both directions, and neither one of them have gotten it. So I'm not going to go any farther than that. If I was going to do that, I'll just pay the extra and buy it online. But either way, maybe one of you guys can help me out. Looks like pretty much Barnes & Noble is not going to get in more Criterions. They didn't get the new Anora we were looking for. I'm going to go ahead and check next week, and then I might just skip over that section from now on. It doesn't look like they're going to stock anything new in there. I know a lot of stores are saying they're not doing Criterions because of theft. But here's the problem. Usually the Criterions don't cost much more than Steelbooks, which they keep, Kino Lorber 4Ks, which they keep. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. So why would they stop in some stores but not others? But luckily, places like Amazon and Barnes & Noble online, when they do have the sales, they do match it online, and then other sites like Amazon match it as well. So, but I've gone ahead and just started buying some of the ones I can find online that are pretty cheap. So instead of waiting for the sale, but either way. So you'll have to check the haul video that'll come soon to find out whether I got a Nora or any other ones. There's some Steelbooks I know I've gotten. There's a couple of items while I'm recording this that are on the way that I might get in time. And if not, I'll delay it and I'll show you those next week. So watch for that. Watch out for there's another video that's going to pop up on the channel about some DVDs, and maybe you ought to keep those when you do the upgrades. I just unboxed the horror pack, which was kind of cool this month. So watch all the content, and when you do, make sure you drop a thumbs up, drop a like on it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, as I always tell you to do. Hopefully you guys will always do that. I appreciate the support. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Check out JeffMan316 on Instagram. I'm probably getting ready to drop a couple of digital codes over there for the taking. So, and if you get it, comment and let me know whether you're able to redeem it or not. Because I'll let you know. I had a stack of digital codes here, and the few I'd redeemed were on top, and then the rest of them were doubles of movies I already had digital copies of. And then I didn't need them, or they're like doubles. Like I got House of a Thousand Corpses because I got the multi-set pack, and then I also got the Steelbook, so I didn't need both. But either way, I dropped the damn things. So now I don't know which ones are the ones that I've redeemed off of those sheets. So I might start posting a bunch out there, and maybe randomly you guys can get some free digital codes. So, and if not, then I'll apologize in advance. But enough of my rambling. If you're a subscriber, thank you. Hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. But yeah, the haul's coming up next, so hopefully you'll enjoy it, and it's a pretty decent one, pretty big.
That's what
If you say that's what she said one more time, I'm going to pop you.
A lot of catalog titles. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.